What's up, everybody? Welcome to Night Kids After Dark podcast, episode 36. Yeah, we're here. We're at the end of the year. December, Christmas is up. Got my Christmas gear on. Hear the jingling. Uh, nah, yeah.
Wait, it jingles?
And it lights up.
And it lights up. That's
Oh, I
cool.
I thought it was the actual what you have on was
Oh no, this
jingling.
is a
Like,
necklace.
Oh, I thought that was your sweater.
No, this is the sweater. It's Rudolph, and it's a hoodie.
Oh, it's a hoodie too. That's cool. Now, did you
No,
go out and get that, or is that something?
no, actually, just my wife got it, and I was like,
That's
oh,
so cool.
I don't have to go get one now. But no, yeah, it's the end of the year. Christmas is in a few days. And we're this is gonna be our last episode of the year. That's crazy. I'm
That's a big
BTG
deal.
and I'm here with Yano and Rainbow. So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be our last episode of the year. Welcome to the podcast where we are gamers talking about gamer things. We got a bunch of stories today. Some interesting, some not, but we're gonna have a good time. Um, oh, today's Thursday, so be sure to stick around at the end of the episode where we do our Night Kids Q&A, getting to the pot of gold with Rainbow. And how's everybody's week been? How y'all been like preparing for Christmas?
That's a great question. I'm gonna let Rainbow answer that because
what? There's no planning. I literally started shopping probably like 3 months ago. So yeah.
Sounds about
Plus,
right.
I only have one kid that's 2, and so he doesn't really care.
sure
He'll
he
be
does.
content with the daggone box that stuff comes in.
It's funny because as you get as I at least get older, I realize Christmas starts to become more of a like I want to make sure I get around to talking or getting in touch with this group of friends or family. Is am I alone in that, or do you guys
No,
are
as I get older, it's more about like keeping in touch and like I've always been in the spirit of giving. Like I never want anything for Christmas. So like when people ask me what I want, I'm like, I don't know, just give me anything. Like I'm happy with anything. And they're like, no, no, I really need to know.
Yeah,
Uh,
exactly.
but whatever. It's whatever. Like I like the giving part. I like seeing my kids' eyes light up. But this year I think I'm gonna take credit for all the gifts and not Santa. So with that, we're gonna
Respect.
we'll get into our first news story after this ad. So we'll see you guys in a few seconds. All right, guys, and we're back. So yeah, let's kick it off with the first story. Shit, this was a big thing for me. Anybody watch football, soccer, football? Anybody? No, just me. All right. Well, this was a big news story for me. Argentina won the World Cup versus France. Oh my god, it was such a great game. Like it went 3-3 all the way into extra time, all the way into penalty kicks. And this is definitely like one of the best World Cups that I've seen in a long time. Because Lionel Messi was playing for Argentina and Mbappe for France has already won a World Cup. This would have been Mbappe's second World Cup at 23 years old. But Lionel Messi has been one of the greatest soccer players of our time. He's a year older than me. And the only thing that was not on his resume was a World Cup. Yep. And he got it in the penalty kicks. Now, shout out to Mbappe, man. Without Mbappe, France would have been shit out of luck. And on top of that, yeah, they would have been shit out of luck because he scored every goal for them. Like that is crazy. He's gonna be legendary, but not this year. So he he has plenty of time to beat Pele's record and get multiple World Cups, and I think he will do it. So shout out to him. But yeah, Lionel Messi. One team was from South America, the other from Europe. The match was played in the Middle East. Soccer, the game, the sport, has yet grown and grown here in the U.S., but for many in the audience of millions, the rules and customs remain foreign. Many were just tuning in Sunday morning looking for NFL pregame show on Fox, only to find this experiment in human condition exhaustively playing out on a soccer pitch. Prior knowledge or appreciation didn't matter, not in the face of drama and emotion and brilliance and pressure that transcends everything, that draws in everyone. Uh, but that was just like from the story. But Argentina ended up winning 4-2 on penalty kicks, and it was just man, the game it was on early because it's overseas. I was drunk at 10 in the morning watching that damn game. I had a good time though, man. Soccer's just look if you don't like soccer, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. But Yano's blowing kisses to me. I think I don't know who he's blowing kisses to. For our audio listeners, he was looking me right in my eyes in the camera. It was kind of. Oh man,
But
I had you muted. Sorry, but
what what do you think it is about the America that doesn't get into football like that? Why is that?
we don't put enough money into it. I mean, every country around the world puts a lot more money into soccer than we do. It's not a money grabber here in the United States, so we don't get the best players. We don't get the best people wanting to play soccer. And shoot, overseas, like literally, kids are going to school for soccer. Like their entire education is through soccer. Like they go to academies and stuff where they play soccer while they're learning. We're not gonna do that. We probably do it for like, I don't know, football. Football is our sport. We want football to be the best thing in the world, but we're the only one who plays it. But next news story. This is a good one. So if y'all haven't heard recently, Diablo 4 previews came out. We talked about that last week, I want to say. People are really hyped about it. I'm pretty hyped about it. But a collector's edition has come out. The new $100 Diablo 4 collector's box doesn't include the game. Blizzard's expensive fancy box includes a mouse pad, cloth mat, pin, and more. This is by Zach Swazin of Kotaku. Blizzard is now taking pre-orders on large, nearly $100 special Diablo 4 collector's box, which includes many things, but it doesn't include the game. And while Blizzard isn't trying to trick people into accidentally buying this game free box, it still seems very odd that there's not even an option to get the game with this pricey package of demonic goodies. Expensive collector's editions of video games and movies have been more and more popular over the last decade. Personally, I never felt the need for all the random gubbins and statues usually included in these pricey bundles, but I get it. Some folks just really love to collect everything involving their favorite franchise or series. Whatever floats your boat. Just don't get confused and think this $100 Diablo 4 collector's box actually includes the game it's named after. This week, Blizzard started taking pre orders on something it's calling the Diablo 4 limited collector's box over on its merch store. This large, spiffy looking box will cost you 96.66. I get what they did there, 666. And includes all these items: Candle of Creation, Occult Mousepad, Cloth Map of the Sanctuary, Pin of Horadrim, Diablo 4's Collector's Edition art book, and matted fine art prints. 18 by 10. Two of them. That's very nice and all, but you'll notice that the game isn't part of this pricey bundle. Now, Blizzard isn't trying to deceive. Sounds like they're repeating themselves. But either way, for folks who prefer buying a digital copy of the game via third-party site or who might want to provide a physical gift to someone might already have the game pre-ordered, this is a nice idea. But why not have a different version that is $60 to $70 more and includes a code for the game or even a discount on it? Though that kind of stuff might make things more confusing. Anyway, Diablo 4 comes out June 6, 2023 on Xbox Series XS, Xbox One, PS5, PS4, and PC. All right. So
How
what
big is that mouse pad?
I'm trying to let me see if
That's a
I can get.
great question.
Because I can tell you I have the KDA like super massively big one, and that alone was like, well, it was on sale because I got a deal, but naturally it's $50.
$50 for a mouse pad?
It's one of those super massively huge ones. It
Is
kind
this
of like
it? No,
covers the
that's
whole
not. That's
disc.
Diablo 3. I want to say this is it. Yeah, this looks like it's it.
Whoa.
So you get the map. That's a small. This is the mouse pad. It looks like a regular small mouse pad.
Yeah.
The art book. You get the candle. Look,
Absolutely not.
You said absolutely.
I I understand collector's editions. I have a few myself. This isn't one that I'll be getting.
Oh, wait, is that a candle holder?
It
It's a candle
is.
and candle holder.
Yeah,
It actually looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
It
it's part of the
does.
story.
Is that the front and back, or
You
are you
think it's
getting two
heavy,
It's
candles?
it's two candles. So one has damn, what is her name? I forgot her name.
lady,
Yeah. But and then one is I want to
sir?
say it's Gabriel the angel.
Oh,
Two of the
You
main
think those are heavy?
they look pretty heavy.
they do
They look
metal.
pretty heavy. I hope so. But how do you guys personally feel about collector's editions and this one not coming with the game?
That's the part for me. It's not coming with the game. And then on top of that, uh, it's I don't know. I wouldn't get it unless it's coming with I don't the game. It's if it's not coming with the game, I don't want it.
So
See,
here's
I
the
don't
thing.
mind it.
You don't?
Yeah, I was about to say
No.
that too because I've seen collector's editions of things where I was like, "Damn, I don't really want the game, but I want the items in the collector's edition." Now, I think they should start selling like stuff separately from collector's editions and putting it in limited supply because like sometimes I just want like the figurine or the statue. I don't really want everything else. But
Yeah, that was like an Overwatch collector's edition of Soldier 76. So I wanted him, but I didn't want the game because I already owned it. And of course, it came with the game. So he just gave it away.
Ah, I see. So not everyone wants the game and the collector's edition.
yeah, I don't know. I mean for this collector's edition, this $100. I mean I don't agree with it for this game because you might as well just get the code for the game with it. But hey, it is what it is. I'm sure people are buying it up anyway.
Yeah, somebody's gonna buy it.
I mean, if you get the collector's edition of the game, let's say you get the game in a case that is a collectible case, would you say it's still not worth it? You, I mean, but I guess when you reference it, like you're not getting, you want the collector's items, but you already got the game in some other kind of promotion, or you got it somewhere else, so you don't want all those things. So I can understand that. Still,
Why not just
So,
package it? You could just package it all together and then sell the game separately to somebody else who wants it.
right?
so I
But
do like those collector's editions that come with like that special collector's case. Like even if you've already bought the game like in the regular case, but you get that cool collector's case that looks cool. It's not the game in there, but the case looks pretty cool.
I agree. Oh, BTG, we can't hear you, but I
oh
believe you.
yeah, I muted myself. I said it is what it is. Uh, let's move on to news story number 3. I don't know if you guys got a chance to catch up yet, but if you've been living under a rock, Ash is the new Pokemon champion of the world, and Pokemon is doing something pretty interesting with it.
Like getting rid of Ash.
Yeah, exactly. Ash is gone. So, all right, Pokemon anime is leaving Ash and Pikachu behind after 25 years. After the championship win, the next season of the anime is waving goodbye to the duo. So right now in the series, after he won, I'm not finished. Like, there's like a new episode that I haven't watched yet, but Gary's back and they're chasing Mew. Like, I don't. They're about to catch Mew, guys. I don't know. Uh, but the reason why this is interesting is because they're well, actually, let me just read the story. So last month, longtime Pokemon anime protagonist Ash Ketchum finally became the top trainer in the world after defeating Galar champion Leon. in the Masters 8 tournament. And if you don't know, Leon was from X and Y. Was it X and Y? Yeah. No, Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield. Um, in the Masters 8 tournament. It was a culmination of a 25-year arc for the anime, and Ash and his partner Pokemon Pikachu finally been crowned the champion after years of crushing defeats. Now that Ash has accomplished that what he has set out to do in the first episode back in 1997, what's next for him and Pikachu? Sounds like a walk into the sunset, and has just been announced the next season of the Pokemon anime will introduce two brand new central protagonists in his stead. We've never had new protagonist. Always been Ash. And maybe he had some sidekicks along the way. Ash's story will conclude with 11 special episodes next year that will also cap off the current Pokemon Journeys, the series. These episodes will start rolling out on January 13th in Japan and will feature returning friends and familiar faces like Brock and Misty, the original buddies who accompanied Ash in the early seasons of the show. All of this will make way for the next season, starring new protagonists called Liko and Roy in the Japanese version. So we don't know what their American names are yet. Not much is known about these characters, but they'll be accompanied by Pokemon Scarlet and Violet starters Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. Oh, here's the announcement right here. Let's check it out.
Oh wow.
Names.
You don't like the names?
Oh, it's in Japanese. Next week's episode in Japan will feature Ash and Pikachu having a special day like they always do. And now for a major announcement. The future of Pokemon unfolds. Another important announcement. Ash and Pikachu have had many encounters, many battles, and many exciting and memorable times.
I don't think we know yet.
Now that you've become the champion, oh, Garrus is Gary talking. He says, how close are you becoming a master? Huh? Oh, there's Misty. Every adventure is another step on the long path to becoming a Pokemon master, a dream that never ends. The final chapter in Ash and Pikachu's story. Oh yeah, so it's talking about the 11 episodes that are starting January 13th. And another special announcement. Across the wide world, a brand new dream, oh wow, is about to begin. It looks like those are the two new characters. Let me go back. So yeah, that's the two new characters right there.
Do you feel like this is done because of any particular reason, or it doesn't feel rushed? I haven't seen the new Pokemon,
Rushed?
so
It's
yeah.
25 years. Ash has been the main. I think
Look,
so.
we're not gonna do that to Ash because Luffy is still out on his journey, and all his counterparts have surpassed him. They
Facts.
done. So we're
It
not
ain't.
gonna
It
do
ain't
that
been
to
20.
Ash.
It ain't been 25 years.
It's been
Look,
close to 25. It's like,
the thing is, like,
You
I,
better tell me that.
I think with Pokemon, it's like, because we probably, I know you guys haven't watched the show because I haven't watched the show. Like, our generation grew up with like Gen 1, maybe Gen 2. We watched a little bit and that was it. It's finally over. They are now attempting to do something different with the series, which would, I think this would bring a lot of people back. Like, oh, it's a brand new Pokemon series anime. Like, we don't know how it's gonna be. The animation looks good. It looks like it's pretty damn good. And the hair, the rumor is, so her hair clip is the same symbol that's on Ash's hat from the first like season of Pokemon.
what was Ash's town called again? Pallet
Pallet
Town?
Town. So the
Is that where it
rumor,
got it?
yeah. So the rumors are is that this takes place in the future, and she comes from they. One of them, I'm pretty sure she comes from Pallet Town.
They gonna say that's his daughter next.
Well, I
Maybe
don't
not
know.
that.
I don't know if it's gonna be that, but
Maybe
I
granddaughter.
this would give us a chance to see Ash grow up, grown like he is the Pokemon champion now. See what he's done, through these people like story if they run into them and stuff. I think it would be super interesting. And I think I'm actually when this comes out, I'll probably be keeping up with this series.
I would at least like to keep up with the 13 episodes. Do you think that Pikachu is still around and they're like I speculate Pikachu and Ash will not have seen or talked to each other in a couple of years or something to
What?
that degree.
You think so? Why?
I mean, it's always got to have some kind of conflict or whatever, you know.
Well,
Y-
I get maybe. I mean, Ash isn't the main night. We don't even know if Ash is in this. I mean, he
Oh yeah,
probably will
good
be as a
point.
cameo. He'll probably be a cameo, but yeah. Those last few episodes of Pokemon, top notch, man. The battles, top
Is
notch.
that good?
It is that good, man. It is that good.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it.
But yeah. So I'll probably be checking this out.
Where do you guys watch Pokemon specifically?
Like the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I cannot tell you that.
If I tell you, I gotta kill you.
I have to let you know, and I have to let you know in the Discord.
He
I
finna
don't
get
think I can
banned.
announce. Yeah, I don't think I can announce that where I watch it at
They need to
legally.
make anime more accessible. That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm sure it's super accessible in Japan, just not here.
Just not you.
But no, it's
Because they don't
cool.
want us to be great.
Right.
Oh man, and then of course Ash's voice actor, she's like really happy about this, so she'll be gone. But no, it's cool. We'll see. We'll see how the new series is. I'm definitely interested in it, and hopefully y'all check it out too. Like I said, I'll be keeping you updated on it because this. I'm telling you, these last episodes got me back into it.
Man, that's a big deal.
Yeah. All right. Let's go ahead and move on to news story number 4. You guys fan of Guerrilla Games?
Gorilla Games?
Yeah, they make Horizon. You know,
I was about to say, can we get a game of reference? I
Horizon,
don't know.
Horizon
I don't
Forbidden
know
West.
companies. I'm sorry. I suck
Nah,
at this.
I'm
That's
just
like
kidding.
saying what label manages what artist. I don't know.
All of them.
All
Now, so this is coming. Guerrilla Games has confirmed a Horizon multiplayer game starring new characters. This comes from Kotaku's Ethan Gack. Sony's open world robot Dino Hunter is getting a multiplayer spinoff. While Horizon multiplayer game felt all but inevitable, Guerrilla Games finally made the news official on Friday by way of a new job advertisement. The Sony studio behind the open world RPG series wants to take the post apocalyptic robot combat online with an upcoming project featuring new characters and a different art style. A new internal team is developing a separate online project set in Horizon's universe. Guerrilla Games wrote on Twitter, featuring a new cast of characters and unique stylized look. Friends will be able to explore the majestic wilds of Horizon together, so don't expected teaming up with Aloy and her other friends this time around. The job listing for the new game includes character quests and combat designers, as well as stylized world artists and character animators from descriptions. It sounds like what you'd expect from the creators of Horizon Zero Dawn and Forbidden West, but with a multiplayer twist. The reference to a new art direction, meanwhile, might hint a different set of visual trade offs from a studio traditionally at the forefront of visual fidelity in order to accommodate the new cooperative gameplay. Guerrilla has also made clear that it's still working on a new single player installment in the Horizon series, in addition to the PSVR 2 spin off Horizon Call of the Mountain and Forbidden West DLC, Burning Shores. The latter two both due out early in 2023. There are also job listings in an external project, though it's not clear exactly what that is. Rumors of Horizon's multiplayer project have been swirling around for a while now, including a report of Horizon MMO being licensed out to Guild Wars publisher NC Soft. The multiplayer push comes as other major Sony first-party franchises have made the jump to online, including Ghost of Tsushima's co-op raid update and an upcoming multiplayer-only Last of Us spinoff. Following its $3.6 billion acquisition of Bungie, whose successful MMO shooter Destiny 2 has become one of the gold standards in live service gaming, Sony revealed plans to release over a dozen more live service games by 2025. If the past few years have been any indication, not all of them will succeed, and a few, if any, will reach levels of Apex Legends, Genshin Impact, and other recent breakout hits, with the growing majority of all gaming companies' revenue coming from microtransactions and other recurrent players spending. It's easy to see why Sony would try. So, what do you think? What kind of multiplayer game do you think this is going to be?
Either a MOBA or a battle royale.
You think so? A MOBA?
Yeah.
Mm,
I just have a quick question.
yeah,
What's your question?
Did you guys know that Aloy, that's her name, right?
yeah.
She was she was a special limited edition character in Genshin.
Oh, Genshin Impact?
Oh,
I did not
really?
know that.
Yeah,
That's cool.
That is a fun fact, actually.
yeah.
Wait, why wasn't that bigger news? That you would assume that would be huge.
I don't know, but she on my roster.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh,
I
wow.
I got her.
How
I
much
logged
money?
in
How
just
much
to get
money
her.
you spend to get her?
Nothing. She's a
I'm just
special.
messing with you.
She's now other banner characters. We're not going to talk about that.
So I don't. I think hmm,
An MMO?
they already have an MMO being licensed for Horizon, so it's not going to be an MMO. It's gonna have a different visual take.
Maybe like a third person shooter like Uncharted had for their multiplayer?
They don't have
Boy.
guns.
Well, they use bow and arrows and traps and melee weapons, so that could work kinda.
Maybe maybe like a Monster Hunter.
Ooh.
Oh, that could be fun.
That kind of could be fun, actually.
Yeah, that could be. I don't know.
That's
We'll
a
see.
great idea.
I
Why
would
don't you
kind of
why
want
don't
it to
one of
be
y'all
like a
go
Monster
look
Hunter.
for them and then come back and tell us?
I mean, that's not a bad idea.
And then they sue us for millions for leaking all the data, or they're okay with the leaks because apparently everybody else is okay with leaks.
Bruh, we should have leaked the podcast.
I'm I'm interested. Yeah, I would say if they do, I would want them to do like a Monster Hunter game because you already got like the MMO. Maybe I don't know. Ah, maybe a strategy type game where you got to build up your world, your village and stuff.
Like an example.
Like
Uh,
Animal Crossing,
What
building
n-
that's
up your world.
no,
that's
like kind of like Sim City.
okay.
You got to
I
protect it from all the dinosaurs and shit. Maybe, but it's multiplayer, so no.
when you hear multiplayer, do you think versus or do you mean cooperative?
Either way, the for the Monster Hunter, I would say it's cooperative. No, they could do. I hope they don't do this, but do like a Dead by Daylight where you got three
Oh,
hunters and then one dinosaur or whatever.
I
Yeah, I
mean,
don't. I
depending
hope
on
they don't
how
do
they
that.
do that, they could make it work. Because Dead by Daylight's that format is really working for a lot of games.
Name them
Dead by Daylight.
exactly. That's like it's a Dead by Daylight is one of the very few that actually made it with that style. A lot
Why
of
is that?
other. I think it's just because that's the one that I don't want to say they started it all, but it's had the best take on it because you've had games try to do. You had the Predator game; they try to do it. It's okay. Like I think that genre is when those type of games come out. That genre is like, all right, I'm gonna play this for like a week or play with my friends on this weekend, and then after that, I'm pretty much done. But I think Dead by Daylight, their DLC and stuff is what really kept them going, like with
Mhm.
all their characters and stuff. So
The horror genre really does have a
it does
community
well.
of its own.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So I don't know if the Horizon community would be the same way. I mean, you're talking about a single player story that's going into multiplayer.
Mm.
I
And a
feel
lot
like
of
people
people,
are gonna just be like, "I'll give it a shot."
you think it'll be free to play?
That's another question. I don't know. We'll see. I guess it depends on what type of game it is. Because if
It
it's a
does.
co-op like live service type game, then most likely it probably will be free to play.
You just gotta pay for all that other stuff, cosmetics, special weapons.
Yeah, cut skins and all
Aloy
that. Yeah,
skin.
yeah.
Man, those skins get you. Like they know what they be doing with
They
those.
do. They
But
really do.
I think with this it'll be like a take where, because Aloy had that headset thing, but I think you're gonna be playing like people that don't have that, so it's gonna be more type survival, like a lot harder for you. But yeah, any final thoughts?
I like the speculations, so I'm interested to see what comes out, and then we could revert back to this and see what we got right and what we, didn't think of.
I'm interested to see what kind of art style they're gonna use for it.
Ooh, that's
All
too.
right. So with that, we'll take this quick ad break and then we'll get back to the news. See you guys in a bit. And we are back. All right, so we're gonna start off with news story number 5. This is a pretty big one. Last week's episode we talked about Henry Cavill. And I mean, half of it, Nick was muted, but Henry, Henry Cavill was going to be, he reprised his role as Superman, and then James Gunn told him he's out. So with that, he pretty much was out of the job, right? The Witcher, this last season of Witcher that's coming out for him is gonna. They've already confirmed that they're gonna give him an honorary send off, uh, for his character in season 3. But good news came out of that. Uh, with that, so jilted Witcher and Superman actor Henry Cavill is doing a Warhammer 40K series. Memes of Henry Cavill as a space marine are already becoming real. So, leading Hollywood big bod man Henry Cavill is working with Amazon to produce and star in a Warhammer 40,000 series. The mega corporation has secured the rights to the tabletop miniature game about aliens, demons, and religious fasts. And it sounds like the former face of The Witcher's Geralt and DC Superman will now try to a hand at turning one of the most niche nerd franchises into the streaming war's latest overpriced boondoggle. Boondoggle? What is a boondoggle? Amazon is in final talks for the rights to the game and produced by Games Workshop after months of negotiations and fending off rival companies that also sought the rights. The Hollywood Reporter reported on Thursday that Cavill will be set to produce and star in the potential project, while Vertigo Entertainment, they made Barbarian, Don't Worry Darling, is signed on as executive producer. On Friday, the deal became official. Cavill and Amazon and Games Workshop confirmed the news in a press release. Rainbowkisses, boondoggle work or activity that is wasteful or pointless but gives the appearance of having value. Okay, I didn't realize that was a real
Thank
word.
you.
Thank you, Webster. uh, I promise to respect this IP that we love, Cavill wrote on Instagram. I promise to bring you something familiar and endeavor to bring you something fantastic that is, as of yet, unseen. Let's check this out from. Oh,
How can he make that type of promise, though?
he's the producer.
Okay, I take that back. With the Amazon budget.
Exactly. Rendering a galaxy spanning sci fi fantasy epic about space orcs and big guns will be huge. Will be huge. So huge. I lost my place while I was reading. So, it will be huge and expensive undertaking. In a contest to win the rights to Game Workshop's Warhammer 40K, having Cavill on board no doubt helped in being in possession of a cloud computing business that prints money and having just blown 715 million on Lord of the Rings TV series. God, dog, they spent 715 million on that. No wonder it looks so good. Amazon could certainly cut the check. How did we get to this point? Well, back in August. Oh, well, we don't need to read all that. But Henry Cavill is going to be in Warhammer 40,000 series on Amazon, and we talked about this months ago, where I was like, "Do you think more video game franchises are going to come to television?" And it's happening right before our eyes. Like we got God of War coming. Still don't know who's going to play Kratos. and now we have Henry Cavill in a Warhammer 40K series, which he is actually a big fan of the series. Uh, now I know Warhammer. They do it's like they do tabletop. They got video games. They got all types of stuff for Warhammer. I think this series is gonna be one of the series that will get me into trying out Warhammer.
Well, that's a big deal.
Like that's like I think this is their goal is to bring people who aren't into these things into it. And yeah, it's pretty much bringing video games and nerdism to the masses.
And as we see continuously each year, more and more people are getting into tabletop gaming, whether it's D&D or it's Magic the Gathering or any other card games. Or the fact of the matter is they're just coming to the theaters or going to the watch on their streaming platforms these new shows. To a lot of us, they're not new, but we're finally get to see them come to the screen. So I'm excited to see what they do with it.
I am too, because I mean I've always looked at Warhammer characters and like they always look so cool. And from what I hear, the story, I mean, there's just the lore behind it is like epic.
Massive.
So when you already have that type of content, all they got to do is give us the visuals for it
Hmm.
and make it great.
I'm
I
gonna be
am.
one of those people that are gonna be like, I don't know nothing, but I'll watch it.
I mean, it looks cool. Let me pull up Warhammer 40K
Rainbow, I'm
pictures.
interested to find out what makes you decide whether or not you're going to follow a television series to the end.
So I have a hard time staying like locked into shows that have like slow parts. And if it's like too many episodes that are slow, I like
You
it
like
just
zone
gets
out.
put to the back of the list and I'll come back and yeah, it never gets back. I never go back to it.
They just got so many cool looking characters, man.
It's been around for what, last 30, 40 years?
Yeah,
Warhammer?
like it's armor and aliens, and
Did
it's
you
like
guys not play this game?
I
so
didn't play
it's,
the tabletop.
yeah, so it's like tabletop. I know they recently had like a dark type game that just came out. I haven't tried it yet, but it looks cool. It's like Gears of War on crack.
I'm sorry, I just assumed that y'all have played every game known to man.
No,
No, and
not
that's what I'm
every
saying.
But
game.
ignore me. Ignore me.
This is one of those games that's been around for so long that if you weren't in it, it was kind of hard for you to be all right. Let me just hop into it. You know what I mean? Uh, kind of like kind of like with Magic the Gathering. Like it's been around forever. There's not too many brand new players that are like, oh, let me hop into Magic the Gathering.
It's usually a set people who have already familiarized with earlier on in it.
Yeah,
Although it
but
always surprises me when people in high school or college are still playing Magic the Gathering. It's just like, how are you familiar with this game? Who brought you into this world?
Probably their
yeah,
parents. Parents get younger and younger. Oh, let me be quiet. Let me be You're not go there.
I wish I still had mine, but I gave all my cards away.
Wow, Yano has like 50 billion of them. You can just take some from him.
They live at a friend's house at the moment.
I'm
You
sure.
know, Zero's brother got like a million cards
Oh
too.
yeah, he does too.
People could build their decks. Them daggone things.
Mm-mm-mm. It's cool. All right. Well, news story number 6. All right. So this is more in the financial area and the gaming news area. So Fortnite, we all know who Fortnite is. Epic Games. They have just been fined $520 million after accusations it exposed young players to potential harm. Epic, which was valued at 32 billion in April, was also accused of tricking users into making unwanted purchases. Uh, so this comes from one of the news networks. The maker of the popular online video game Fortnite has agreed to pay a record settlement to resolve charges it violated children's privacy, exposed children and teenagers to potential harassment, and duped players of all ages into making unwanted in game purchases. The FTC announced Monday that North Carolina based Epic Games will pay a total of $520 million to settle allegations that it collected personal data from children without first obtaining the consent of their parent or guardian. Epic is also accused of exposing children and teenagers to bullying, threats, harassment, and dangerous psychology, traumatizing issues such as suicide while using Fortnite through the game's default live voice and test function.
You
Crazy.
know what? Them little 13-year-olds and 12-year-olds be the worst ones in chat. So it's believable.
It is.
What
I think this also stems from when they first came out and how like rapid they grew. Like they had like voice audio and stuff was like on by default. But like if you, I don't know. I think they're coming after Epic because they're so big.
they're huge, massive.
Yeah. But what I will say about this is like as as a community, like bro, we have to pay attention to what our kids are doing.
I was
Like
just gonna say
Absolutely.
like if they're going on here and chatting and like you should be there like at least to read the guidelines like oh you know what you're not voice chatting like voice chat is off for all of my son's games. I turn him off. He can only chat with friends and it's people that I add to his friends list. Like it's crazy that this it's come to this, but hey, Epic can afford it. But like where is this money going?
That's a great
in
question.
somebody's pocket.
That's a really good question, actually, because that's a lot of money.
Right.
It's not going back to those families that they claim were tricked into spending their money, I'm sure.
Exactly. Like that's what I'm saying on top of it. But Fortnite or Epic put out a statement saying no developer creates a game with the intention of ending up here. It said in part, the video game industry is a place of fast moving innovation where player expectations are high and new ideas are paramount. Statutes written decades ago don't specify how gaming or statutes written decades ago don't specify how gaming ecosystems should operate. The laws have not changed, but their application has evolved and long-standing industry practices are no longer enough. We accepted this agreement because we want Epic to be at the forefront of consumer protection and provide the best experience for our players. Now, with that statement, that was probably like one of the best statements they could have said. Uh, Probably because the tech the tech world is moving fast and there aren't enough guidelines to guide what's happening. And I think everything that's out in this day and age is it's all being caught up to like just now, like even with Twitch, with uh video games, with the internet in general, like with Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook.
Mm.
Privacy is very important and it's getting more and more important, but regulations and stuff is just are it's just catching up to it. So the fact that Epic wants to be part of it instead of fighting it, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. I do personally feel as though they mentioned when a game developer when they develop a game, they're not thinking about, hey, how can this game ruin someone's life? How can it destroy their lives? Honestly, they look to find ways to make one, how can this game make money? Two, how can this game be fun? And defining fun, how to make anything fun, I challenge any single last person listening to this podcast to make a game and make it fun. I challenge you to that because it is a true challenge. It is not, there's no formula to it. Yes, you can follow you could follow another game's formula or come up with a new your own idea, but the truth of the matter is that it is no formula on how to make a game fun. And if you do know how to make a game fun, why aren't you a multi-billionaire? Because that's really what's the point is. It's you can't do that all willy-nilly. Like it's a process. What are this? They're on season 4 now, or what season is this now? you
It's like season. I don't know, man. We're in chapter 2 Fortnite. I don't know. It's a lot of seasons.
it's a lot. It's a lot of seasons. So the point I'm just out to wrap it up is is that they built this over time. It wasn't just started out because we all knew what Fortnite was. It's so right now the challenge is that who what are they going to do with the money? Thank you Rainbow Kisses for bringing that up. And who wants what do they want to see come out of this?
I didn't bring that up. Y'all brought
We're a
that
team
up.
here. We all brought it up.
We all brought it up.
What? Any final thoughts on that?
I want to know where the money's gonna go. I
Parents, I
definitely want to know.
To the
And
government.
I
Yeah.
do wish that, parents would take a little more responsibility over things that their children do. I mean, come on now.
Yeah, I mean, because even like now, like everything has some type of parental control now. I remember when iPads and stuff didn't have that. Like you couldn't restrict apps and stuff. Now you can. We got to take advantage of this type of technology. Like even with Microsoft, well, with Microsoft or Xbox, and you make your kids account, it monitors everything on their account and sends you an email every day or weekly about the activity that your kid has done on there. Like it's pretty fucking dope, and I feel like every service that you know kids are mainly video games, kids are gonna be uh shown or be on should have that type of service.
I agree.
A part of that problem is though that parents are like, "Oh, I'm not tech savvy. It takes 5 minutes to Google something." I'm pretty sure there is a parent group somewhere or a parent channel that goes over, "Hey, these are things you should look for." If
Mhm.
not, one of y'all should probably do that. There's an idea. But there's resources out there. So using the "I'm not that tech savvy" or "we didn't have all these bells and whistles in my day," it's just kind of a cop out.
Yeah, I would say like look at it this way, like just like putting your child on the iPad or putting them on the game system so you can get quiet time. Like I get it. I understand that. But also realize when you're doing that, you are connecting them to the rest of the entire world. It is just like if you had took your kid to the mall, dropped them off and left them there and came back. Like they are
Jeez.
open to the world that whole time they're
Terrifying.
there. And yeah, and most of the time people can't see what's happening with them.
Is
So
are they educating students or kids on how to even use the internet, like what the tropes, the pitfalls, the spammers, the scammers, all of that? Like there's so much to the internet. It shocks me when they want to ban like the platform TikTok but not explain why they're banning TikTok.
right. I mean that I think that's our generation's job. Like we should teach our kids. Like we grew up with social media, but well, we didn't really grow up with it. We grew up at the birth of it. So we're aware of a lot of stuff that comes with it. Like but nowadays kids are on it younger and younger, like so it's kind of like our job to tell them about the dangers of being on it and what to watch out for and what to look out for. It's everybody's responsibility at the end of the day because people are going to take advantage.
Very true.
All right. So our last news story. This was an interesting one. I didn't see this one. But so we all know that Sony has come out with their or coming out with their new Pro controller, the DualSense Edge. Sony's new $200 PS5 controller dies faster than the original. The DualSense Edge has other advantages for PS5 gaming, though. Sony's new PS5 controller, the wireless DualSense Edge, looks normal enough. It has the right number of buttons and enough space to rest your hands on its boomerang shaped plastic, but its extreme customization presumably explains why it costs $200, almost three times the base price of the standard PS5 controller. A premium price for a premium product, I guess, as long as you're not expecting it to live as long as its predecessor. Sony isn't really hiding that, at least. In his hands-on preview, Verge notes that PlayStation spokesperson Ken Zhang said the new DualSense will have a moderately shorter operating time than the original PS5 controller, which has between 5 and 10 hours of charge. That is a huge range. Uh,
Huge.
we've included many more features within the same form factor ergonomic design as the original DualSense controller, Zhang continued. Additionally, the longer USB braided cable is also great for competitive players who prefer playing with a wired connection to avoid wireless interference. This option preserves battery life. Zhang did not specify how much shorter battery life would be, and Sony did not immediately respond to Kotaku's request for elaboration. In any case, it seems like, according to Sony, the main pull of the DualSense Edge shouldn't be the battery. Anyway, but the ultra customizable controls it's been touting in trailers and web store descriptions. Most of DualSense Edge features can be mapped or changed, including swappable joysticks, which you have to buy separately. Three types of interchangeable stick caps, two types of mappable back button sets, triggers with modifiable lengths. The controller will also have an on controller user interface on its bottom side, which you can use to adjust volume with the headset connection, among other likely useful quality of life features. The standard $200 carrying case already contains a few of those customizations too. If you buy it, you'll receive the controller, pretty much braided cable, two standard stick caps, two high dome stick caps, two low dome stick caps, two half dome back buttons, two lever back buttons, connector housing, and instruction manual. Sounds like the Series 2 Xbox controller, along with the carrying case, of course. Despite the disappointing battery news, The Verge senior editor Sean Hollister complimented most of the controller's customizations in his preview, noting how easy it was to pop out a joystick or swap in his D pad with his face buttons just because. Personally, I don't know how much more I prefer being able to fret over every aspect of my controller instead of simply gaming in peace. I'll probably hold on to my $200 until the next generation of controllers launch. Uh, yeah. So first
It's
off,
given 5 minutes of battery life.
I'm
I
thinking
mean,
it sounds like 2 hours, like when your controller is bad and you're like, oh crap, like this sucks. I am not a fan of this at all. First off,
at
it's 200.
all.
No, it's $200. All right, Xbox Series 2 controller is only 130 now, and it has all the same features. I mean, you can't use it on your PlayStation. Same features, way better battery life. It's. I feel like this product was like it may have been rushed a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and then they're overcharging for it. Like two,
Oh, to
that's
compensate for it.
yeah, like this is crazy. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, there's other controllers out there that are pro controller styles like Scuff that you'll be able to have the same features with the same battery life as your regular PS5 controller instead of having
But
this one with less.
but can't you have it physically hooked up so that you don't have to worry about that? And I know
But
that
who
defeats
wants
the
to be hindered to a
Why
cord?
why do I want to
That's
pay
the
two
point
hundred
of buying
dollars?
wireless. Two
Right.
hundred dollars to be connected to a. Absolutely not. Absolutely.
it's a no for me.
Yeah, I mean it
They
is
tried
what it
it,
is. I'm sure the
and
controller
then
is
you
great, but
overcharge it, and it's going to be working for 5 minutes. No.
yeah, I mean, and then we all you also don't know how long it's gonna last
Mhm.
after a year. So then you spend $200 for three times. You could buy three PS5 controllers for that and just be like, all right, you know what? I got three of them just in case.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
Well,
And
so
then
warranty bills is going to
why
be
is
worth
the
it.
controller $200? The console's $500, and then the VR is like $600.
So I feel like Sony is now trying to move into the more expensive department because if you think about it, they're also going to be uh headlining the VR space. They're trying to take over that space. This year, 2023, we talked about it all this year how Sony is has plans for pushing this new VR2 move. So I have a strong feeling that this special controller is going to play a large role for the people who want to do a lot of customization so that their VR experience is a lot more unique and different.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it just seems like price. I mean, I know inflation's here and they got to make up
Now,
their
if
money
Sony want to
somehow.
throw us some controllers to test them out for them, we will gladly accept.
That's true. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe the battery life won't be as bad as I think it is. We'll
Now you
see.
see.
We'll see. I mean, I don't even have a PS5 to begin with, so you'll have to get me one of those too.
You hear
But
that, Sony?
but yeah, it's pretty crazy. I mean, it is what it is. I guess they're just trying to not fill a gap in the market, but they know there is a market for this because Scuff has the same type of controllers, PS5 controllers, and they're selling them around $200. So
So let me present my theory, my idea. Competitive gaming is on the rise. It's been on the rise for a while, but it hasn't slowed down necessarily. It's speeding up. It's picking up steam. Um, so my question is that if, let's say for example, some of these tournaments or associations or communities purchase these controllers, and you go to a tournament and you're using their equipment, with their logo, their information, all that on there, and you get to use these controllers. Does that then helps their business because their control you want to use their controls, not your own. Am I wrong?
that's true. I mean, maybe that is what they're trying to do. Somebody brings their DualSense Edge to a tournament, and they win the tournament. People are gonna want to buy that controller.
Very true.
$200 though. I
That's a
mean,
lot of money.
it is what it is. Hey, if you got it, do it. I guess.
And we know the
But
price is going to come down.
at least, like he said, they weren't hiding that the battery life would be lower than the original. If they didn't say that, oh my god, the backlash would have been so bad.
Very true. Very true. They got in front of it.
Sony said, "Y'all not finna get me on that charge."
No. No.
People would have been so upset. They'd have been like, "What the fuck?" I don't know. Look, we did talk about this. Batteries need to get better too. Look, the way technology is evolving, batteries need to catch up. Somebody needs to invest in. Freaking Elon Musk, get off Twitter. You already got batteries in Teslas. Make better batteries for everything else, please, please.
Well, we got to learn how to recycle batteries
To
first.
get
We
off
do a
Twitter.
terrible job with that first.
Yeah. So if y'all didn't know, Elon Musk put out a poll to see if he should be CEO anymore, and people voted and they said no. So now he's announcing that he's going to step down from being CEO eventually.
Once they find a replacement CEO.
Yeah, which probably won't happen because nobody wants that clusterfuck.
It is a mess right now.
It is a
We're not
terrible
even gonna
mess.
talk about their new policies, but
They have new policies?
yeah,
Yep.
about you can't do advertising of other social medias.
What?
Yeah.
Crazy. Yeah, it is wild. But with that, we're gonna take this ad break real quick, and then we'll get into Rainbow's Pot of Gold, and the game is coming out this week, and then we can close out the show. So we will see you guys in a couple minutes,
Whew.
and we are back. All right, so if you guys don't know, Thursdays we typically do a segment called "Getting to the Pot of Gold" with Rainbow Kisses, where she asks us questions and we answer them. It's our Night Kids Q&A. If you ever want to participate, you can participate live. Just put it in the chat, or join our Discord and go into the Pot of Gold thread and leave your questions there, and they will be asked eventually. Rainbow, what you got for us today?
First question. Since this is our last stream before the new year,
Last
what is
stream
some?
of the year.
Yeah. So, what is something you guys are excited about for 2023?
BTG, you want to go first?
Inflation.
You're excited about inflation going
No,
down, right?
hopefully, hopefully. What am I? Oh, I'm excited about. I'm doing a career change, so I'm excited about that.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Uh,
awesome.
and I'll be graduating college in 2023. So
What?
yeah, man,
Check you
about
out. You
time.
just done big things, huh?
It had to happen eventually. Had to happen eventually. What about y'all?
Uh, um, I was just thinking games related. To be entirely honest,
Yeah.
to, to be entirely honest with you, I'm not trying to. BTG hit me with a man. Congrats, first off. I'm really proud of you, man. Seriously.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
definitely.
Um, well, I would 2023. I will be releasing and working on and releasing a game show. So that will be happening in this year. Really excited about
Oh,
that.
congrats on that. I'm excited
Thank
about
you,
that.
thank you. I look forward to working with you guys on it because it's gonna be epic. Secondly, I'm really excited about where I guess not only just what Night Kids is doing and what's going on with the streaming, but also I'm really excited to see what happens with my career life. So I really want to see what all things transpire this 2023 with my
Change is
career
gonna come.
for real. How about you, Rainbow?
I guess two things I'm excited about. So, starting January 1, I actually have a title change. Um, so I
Title
become,
change?
yeah, so like I become a senior on my team.
Congrats.
Oh, congrats.
So I guess a
Big things
promotion,
popping,
if you
little
want
things
to
stopping.
say. So I'm excited to kind of see where that goes and, kind of find my own style of leading our team. We've had several great people to uh, in that role, Zero, Chase. So I'm excited to kind of, cast my own big shadow that'll be impactful on my team. And then the other thing is, I'm excited to host an official Night Kicks kickback at my house when
Woo!
it's not so cold. So I'm really excited to you know
Yeah.
get together with the gang and because I think I've met a few people before in passing, but it'll definitely be great to put faces to names and just kind of do more things with you guys and get out of my little shell of I
Oh,
just want to
and
be home.
I forgot too. I'm excited about MagFest. I
Oh
forgot
my
about that.
gosh.
I haven't been to MagFest because of the pandemic. So if you live
Years.
in the DMV area, MagFest 2020, is this 23? Yeah, MagFest
Yeah.
2023. It's going to be in the beginning of January, January 6th to the 8th.
Correct.
And Night Kids, some of us will be there. Me and Yana will be there for sure. So if you're
Well,
there,
we're doing a meetup at the Smash Brothers Smash Melee station Friday around 7 p.m. So if you're at Magfest, we'll meet you at the Smash Brothers Melee station in the game room at the Gaylord on Friday,
7 p.m.
January.
Eastern.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
Yeah, I want to say it's the 7th. Is that the 7th?
I think so because the 6th is the
Oh, it's the
Thursday.
6th. So actually, MagFest is the
Oh
5th
yes.
to the 8th. Yeah,
Oh.
awesome. Yeah. Any other questions, Miss Boss?
Just one more. What is one thing that you have never done but you want to try?
Oh, shoot.
Man, it's a lot of things. One
Okay,
thing that I
I'm
narrow
would
it
like to
down
trying to
from your
try.
think of
top five.
legal things.
Wait, you already did porn. What are you talking about, man? It's like, nah, it's okay. I'm talking about
uh, oh man.
uh,
Oh, go
one thing
Yana.
that I would like to do but haven't tried. Is that it?
Hmm.
Yeah,
I would like to drive a tank.
cool.
Like a military tank, like
Yes, one that can go over cars.
so you want to go? Oh,
One that can go
thank you
over
for telling
cars.
me that,
You're welcome.
because now I know what to do in Vegas. You can actually
Wait,
do
you can
that.
do that? That's
You
something
can
you can do
drive a
for real?
tank.
Oh, that's
Y-
so freaking
yes,
cool.
they
Oh
actually
man.
you get in the tank and you drive around like the little perimeter.
What?
Can you run over cars?
They'll let you drive it?
I don't know all the specifications.
What?
Well, look, Yano's gonna be driving a tank in 2023, guys. So be careful. Uh, I think
The streets are not safe.
Oh, God.
I would. I think I want to swim with sharks. I've swam with dolphins. I've done scuba diving, but I want to swim with like sharks, like in a cage. I've
That's
done
pretty cool.
skydiving. That would be cool.
Scary, but
Or
cool.
climb a mountain. I actually just had a friend in this community. He just finished climbing Mount Everest. I'm very proud of him.
What? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
it's pretty crazy. Said he
I
never
hear
cried so much in his life. I was
wow.
like, I bet it's like negative 40 degrees.
It's so high up. You
Oh
have to
man.
prepare your body because the altitude is hard to breathe up there.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's cool.
How about you,
Swimming with
Rainbow?
sharks.
Mm, snowboarding.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
cool.
let's
That is
do it. I
cool.
love
I
snowboarding.
definitely would love to do it. Y'all know I got the timeshare, so just let me know when we book in someplace
I'm
So,
down.
if
yeah,
we
there's,
can go.
because I mean, there's places in Philly or Pennsylvania,
Nearby.
North Carolina, Virginia.
I
Mm.
just want to say
I'll
I
be,
did it at least once
oh,
and
it's so
didn't break
fun.
anything.
You probably will, but it's so fun.
You'll be
It'll be
sore.
worth it then.
Now you will be sore. It's fun. It's fun as hell. Cool. All right. Well, that ends the Night Kids Q&A. Unless anybody in chat has any questions for us, I give you 5 seconds. Five. I hope you're a fast typer. Three, four, three, two, one. All right, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna close it out with games coming out this week, or the end, all the way through the end of this year, I guess. So you got Coffee Shop Tycoon on PC December 19th. Mortal Shell on Switch December 19th. Potion Craft Xbox Series XS and Xbox One December 19th. I watched somebody play Potion Craft the other day, and this game looks super interesting. Like you're literally making potions and stuff. You have like a store, and then you have like adventures and stuff come in and try to buy it. And the
That's cool.
community and stuff makes like all kinds of like rumors about you. Like the dude who was playing it, he like made some healing potion and he sold it to like this guy who was like a criminal, but he needed it or he was gonna die. And then the word got out that he sold it to them, so like people were like talking shit about his store. I want to try it out. I want to play that game, and the art style is super cool. Uh, Kaiju Wars is also out on Switch December 20th. Turnip Boy commits tax evasion on PlayStation. What? Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Hold on, let me pull this up. This is
Turnip boy.
what is it coming out? It comes out on PS4 December 20th. Pull this up for you
P
guys.
or they mean all PlayStation titles, right? Oh,
I don't know.
platform.
Your attention,
Oh wow,
please. We
Melatonin
are
comes out
now
soon.
boarding the Limitless line at the Sunset Station.
It comes out today.
Oh yeah, today's the 22nd. So yeah, these games are out. Is this the game? I mean, it looks cool, but what does it have to do with tax evasion?
That's the question.
He's fighting a giant king pig.
You know what it reminds me of? What's that game called? The one with is
Mushroom Boy.
No, what's the name of that one with the boy who was crying and his mom threw him in the basement and he was all his fetus brothers and sisters were down there.
I don't know. I
The
can't. I
Binding
don't
of
know.
Isaac.
Oh yeah. That was a really good game. Turnip Boy looks cool. Melatonin comes out on Switch. You sounded excited about this game. You know why?
We streamed it live on Twitch and we got a chance to communicate with some of the developers that we enjoyed the demo of the game, and they told us when it was coming out, and I can't believe that time has finally come for it to come out. So that's pretty
What's
freaking
the
cool.
premise?
It's a what's it called? Rhythm based game. And this guy he falls or this person they falls asleep, and while they're dreaming, we are going through their hypnosis or their sleep.
Oh, no. That
Super
sounds
catchy
actually
game.
sounds cool, and it sounds like almost the perfect Switch title. Not gonna lie. Oh, oh, let me pull this up too. It looks
It's
like some
also
lo-fi hip hop vibes.
that's it.
You know, I am all about this game. It's like the perfect game to like start playing before you go to bed.
I think so. If you play this game, I'll watch you play for
I
real.
just want to say they chose a great color choice.
Yeah,
Oh,
right.
it's so
I like the colors.
peaceful.
Purple.
Hmm.
So it's out now,
The
right?
world's greatest color.
Mm-hmm. It's out today.
I might have to cap it.
What is this on?
It's on
Switch
Switch and
and
Steam.
Steam.
Switch it is.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get it for Switch. And then the Rocket Blade Point, I guess it just came out to console. Maybe, I don't know, but I don't know. It says Xbox One. And the Rocket Blade Point, if you don't know, it's a battle royale, melee battle royale. So you use swords, axes. It's actually really, really good. It's one of the most exciting battle royales I played, but not a lot of people played with me, so I kind of fell off. But it's still a really good game. And what's really cool about it is when you go into it has a ranking. It does local ranking too. If you give your location, so you can see like in your specific local city where you rank against the people in your city who play. And I was like I was like top 10 for like when it first
What?
came out. Yeah, and I was like, dang, I really want to keep playing this, but nobody else wanted to come play, or they did play, but
They
yeah.
didn't stay with it. Is it free to play?
It was not. It was like $20, so I don't know if it's free now.
I'm on their website. It says here December 15th through January 4th, limited time offer up to 50% off on official website. Play for free December 16th through the 26th on PC, Steam, and Xbox and Epic Games.
Oh, so you can play for free right now. Interesting. Try it out. You guys, see, I think to be honest, if they had just made this game free to play off the break, it would have did way better. But it's still a really good game, and if you do like it, buy it. I'll play with you. It's dope. The combat's dope. Uh, and then you got Valkyrie Profile Lenneth coming on P5 and P4 today. And that is it for games coming out this week.
Happy holidays, right?
Yeah. Happy holidays. We will not have episodes next week since it's gonna be Christmas week into the new year. Uh so we won't be back until January January 2nd, the day after New Year's Day. That Monday. So we'll be back that day, and then probably won't have an episode Thursday because we'll be at MagFest. Uh, so you'll see us on Monday on the 2nd, and then back again probably Monday the 9th if I have recovered. Uh, and that's a big maybe. Uh, so yeah, there's that, and yeah, just want to say, oh, if you guys, you won't be able to catch last week's episode because it had a bunch of stuff went wrong with it. It's okay, whatever. But this episode will be uploaded. Uh, if you want to listen later, go on podcast services, search Night Kids After Dark. Will pop up, and you can catch us in the new year. Maybe we should do a new season, new year, new
Ooh.
season. See what happens. Thank you guys for supporting us. throughout this whole
Thank you.
year since we started. It's been a fun journey. 36 episodes in. So, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you
definitely
guys.
wouldn't have been possible without all of you guys sitting and
For
watching and
real.
tuning in for our craziness.
Exactly. You guys make this fun for
How did
sure.
we? It's good that we bring it up before we head out. We made it to number. What was it? Top five, top two, top five. Um,
Oh, we were in
podcast
like top 100 or something.
top 100 one podcast. I thought that was pretty cool news, so I just wanted to re advocate on that.
Yeah, we were
So
top 100 for video game category, and now we're like in the 90 percentile.
it's wild.
So, so yeah, man. Thank you guys for the support. Uh,
Thank you guys.
but yeah, where if you guys want to catch us separately, where can we find you? You know.
You can find me, Yanonick, over at NK underscore Yanonick at twitter.com, or you can find me over at Twitch at yanonick.tv. Thank you.
You're welcome. And you can find me typically here on Team Night Kids Twitch Mondays and Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. And on Black and Tie Guy Plays on Instagram, NK underscore BTG Plays on Twitter. And then yeah, Rainbow, where can we find yous?
You can find me on Twitch at X underscore Rainbow Kisses.
Nice. And with that, happy holidays and happy New Year's, guys. We will see you in 2023.
Take care, guys.
Take care.
Later.
Thanks.